Hello. Hi, everyone. Am I coming through okay? Can you see me and hear me and all of that? It's kind of in the middle. I have not found a way I'm happy with of putting all of this on screen. Sure, I've zoomed in all of the way out. I can't quite fit it all in, which is a shame because, like, you can pretty much see it all if we didn't have this solo board to incorporate. If I took that in a bit, we could almost see it all. You can see the text. I'm going to settle with that. Hey, Steve. Hey, James. So welcome to some live Orléans. I think the first time on the channel in 8 years, I think, is the last one, because I was watching the first one that I did, which must be like in the first 10 videos I ever did or something. It's very shaky cam, but I mean, it seems big-headed to say about myself, but that was me 8 years ago. It's a good video. I really enjoyed it. It reminded me of Orléans very quickly. It is quite simple to get started with, though. You've never played Orléans? It's great, as I remember. I haven't played it for some years. I think I've played it since I've filmed it, but it has been many years. The problem, I was saying to Rachel, so I was like getting it out like after the stream last night. I think it was last night. That like I've combined the boxes, so I've only got like Orléans and Invasion. I know expansions happened after that. One was meant to be dead good. One of them's mean, and I skipped it. I think I kind of fell off. So there's this box that's full of stuff, and there's all these bags with like promo tiles, and these tiles came from this, and this expansion has this bit. And I remember like looking at the box and just being like, I don't really know where I am now. Like I've got to just fish all of these little bits out. It's not like because the expansions are so modular. It's like I can't remember which bits go where. So not many bits, luckily, need to be used in the solo scenarios. So there are three in Invasion. There is another promo one. There's probably more beyond that now that you can get. But yeah, we're going to be playing the Traveling Salesman, the third of the scenarios that comes in the Orleans expansion, Invasion. Marty is, well, he's not too far off, you know. But no, he's not in here. He has made his way to the landing. I don't know why, because it's hot up here. Speaking of that, I'm going to turn the fan on. Hence the beeping. Hopefully the noise cancellation gets rid of it because we require the fan. It is roasting. Hey Derek, how's it going? So you got Elder Scrolls. I'm very jealous. I was watching your Gen Con haul video. I'm jealous of all of it. But they said they're going to release that. Is it Witcher now? The promo box from All United. They said they're going to release it, right? Just to retail at some point. I can't wait. I have resisted paying silly prices for those promo things, and I'm vindicated. They're going to release them. Hey Andre, they are official. So there's two kind of, I suppose the other one isn't really competing anymore. So DLP, the original publishers, did I can't remember what it's called. It's called a fan pack, like an upgrade pack you could get from them that includes these like the meeples for all of the things and stickers to put on them, rather than the base game just comes with little cardboard circles that go in a bag. I don't know where they are now. I don't throw things away like that, but they're not in the box anymore. But yeah, that's what it comes with originally. And like these are little cardboard cogs usually, so these are wooden. But then TMG published it and brought it to America, right? I think that's where they published it. But they had an upgrade pack, or maybe it even came with this, where the coins are metal. I think maybe the goods are upgraded and the people are upgraded, but they're upgraded into wooden discs, so looking like the original things, but nice and wooden and stuff. So it's still official. It's just from the DLP version of Deluxeified. And yeah, Steve noticed it's my chicken cup. So yeah, one of the things that I thought about when I was watching that old playthrough is back in the Steadicam days, back in the shaky cam, it was a real pain. Games that had bags and things, like having to put the camera down all the time to fish into a bag. So I used a cup. I don't have that cup anymore, but I always used that cup because I didn't want to use chicken cup because I thought at the time I was pretty close to Rado already. So thought, well, I won't use the chicken cup as well. Which, yeah, definitely got. Is it from Etsy or something? I can't remember. They used to say where I got it from. But yeah, going back to the throwback of playing Orléans again on the channel. Go back to the throwback of all the Rado playthroughs I watched with his trademark chicken cup. So I thought it's time for it to make an appearance. Oh yeah, season 3 is on the way, and you've got the base box, haven't you, of Multiverse to play now? But yeah, I've come to Marvel United too late, so I need to. I've got all of the old bits now, but I need people's Multiverse pledges to start arriving in the UK, and for someone to not want theirs anymore and sell it for a bargain price, please, because I would like all of it. Hey, Mr. President. Oh, thanks. I'm pretty pleased with this haircut. It's worked out quite nicely. I will not be able to replicate whatever waxing business has been done to it, but for today, I'm feeling pretty nice about it. You got the TMG version. Yeah, it was on Etsy. Yeah, it was years and years ago because it was back in the days where I could order from European shops and things and not pay extortionate postage and customs and all of that stuff. The good old days, eh? Even before that disastrous vote. It's never too late. Well, I've had Marvel United for about like 2 years. It's like around Christmas or January that we actually bought it. There was some crazy deal on Amazon.com, I want to say a couple of years ago, for a really, really cheap bundle, even with the postage over to England, and just got passed over for other things. And then when we finally opened it, I'm like, oh, I love this. And it tied into a time where I started reading loads and loads of comics. So the fact that there was an X-Men season, fantastic, because that's what I read the most of. I love the X-Men. Right, so without any further ado, let's play some Orléans. So yeah, you can support the channel on Patreon. There's a link in the chat. Thanks, James. Thank you, Robot, as well, for working. If you would like to do that, it's how I'm able to do stuff. And this is Orléans, so it is a bag building game. Usually you've got a bag rather than a chicken cup, although I would prefer a chicken cup. And we're going to get different types of workers that can do different actions at buildings on your player board. Just this bit's my player board. We will get buildings and stuff to expand on that later on. And you will use them. They'll go back into your bag. You'll draw some out every turn and keep doing actions with them. A lot of the actions on your player board relate to either gaining new people or moving around on the board. And if you move around on the board, you will pick up goods on the various paths out there. So for the particular scenario that we're playing, usually there are a load of tiles in the multiplayer game that will do random events all of the time. One of the key things about Invasion as well, the main scenario of Invasion, it makes the game co-op, which is so good, it's so difficult, but that changed all of the events and stuff. But you have fixed events in the solo, and I bet my camera's not going to be set up for this. Can you zoom in on an area I want you to, please? So I don't think there's much need to zoom in for most of the time, because there are 15 rounds, right? All of the first 10 rounds, the event at the end of the round is going to be pay a food or 2 money. If you don't, you starve and you lose, because we're a traveling salesman. We got to eat. So every round for the first 10, we got to do that. We do start off with 10 cash, so we are okay for 5 rounds. Then from rounds 11 to 15, we need to pay 2 food or 4 money. If we can't do that, we die. The name of the game, to complete these 5 objectives. So I have put markers out on the board that show where we have got to go, and we have got to deliver stuff there. There are people waiting to buy things from us. So these are the types of good in the game. We need to deliver 3 wool to Bourges, a complete set of goods to Chartres, 2 cheese and 2 wine to Vendôme, 3 grain to Tours, and 1 brocade to Argenton-sur-Creuse. If we can do all of those 5 things, we instantly win. Seems easy, right? I don't have any of those things right now, but we can get stuff. We can improve our starting actions, and we do start off with a couple of extra workers as well. So usually you would just start off with these four with your player colour on the bottom, but we do start off with a knight and a scholar extra as well. So one thing, there are no dignitaries in this game, because they're a scoring thing anyway, and your score doesn't matter. One of the scenarios, like I've done the other two scenarios from this box already on the channel, albeit ages ago. If you're not a fan of shaky cameras, you might not be able to watch those, but it was in the olden days. So yeah, in those, dignitaries was what it was all about. You had to just get a load of them in the first scenario. So you don't have to worry about them, but they can be out on the board. They're rewards for sending people off here, but we can still get money and things as rewards for going along here. So I don't think going along the scholar track is going to matter to us at all. That is an action here at the scriptorium. And a specific set of buildings has been determined for this game. I think it told me to specifically get these buildings. There is one extra building that comes with the expansion, a market stand it tells us to use. Here you can send a merchant and you can buy or sell goods twice. They can be the same good, they can be different good, and they're worth how many points the goods are usually worth at the end of the game. So we could be wheeling and dealing to get stuff with those. So we've got a building that helps us move more, buildings that just help us get goods, buildings that make the sailors count as any of these basic types. They would all be pretty nice. So how can we get a building? You need to recruit a new merchant, and every time you recruit one of these people, you move along a track. So how do you get more wheat? You can travel down a path that's got wheat on it, or if you recruit a farmer the first 2 times, you'll get wheat. So, or grain. Just trying to think, we need to deliver that to Tours. The way these have randomly come out, there isn't a nice path to quickly get a load of grain, is there? Bourges wants 3 wool. We could kind of get 1 on the way there. We're probably going to have to double back, which isn't great because you need to move a lot. A complete set of goods to Chartres. We could get a wool on the way there. Or if you went the long way, you could get a cloth, then a grain, then a cheese. And you just need to get a wine and a wool. And that's just with 3 movements doing that one. But we've got to spend people to move out. Okay, let's start doing things then. I would like textiles, I would like buildings, I would like all sorts. Let's go to the village then to recruit some new people. Up and left. Sorry, you mean Andre? Oh, going... Oh, the way to move. Oh yeah, that would be a couple of wool, wouldn't it? Like on the way to Bourges. It's a shame, we're probably gonna have to pass by places to deliver to them, unfortunately. Because you can only get 1 good going down the path as well. We're probably gonna have to double back through some places. But we can get some more movement and things. It will be okay. So I would like a building. I would like to get some more things. And so, to get a building, we need a merchant. To get a merchant, we need to go to the village. I've only got this 1 farmer, though, so I'll be doing myself out of some other things later. Getting a castle's always nice because it gets you a knight. Getting more knights lets you draw more things out of your bag. And moving all requires farmers as well. I think getting more farmers would be a good thing. But then we've only got 1 sailor and 1 craftsman. If we get a new knight and... Oh no, that's not what I want to do. If we get a farmer... and a monk, but then these 2 won't be doing anything. Monks are wildcards. They can go on anything. So they will be quite nice to start with. They haven't got a track that you get bonuses of, but they can count as anybody. And getting the farmer would get us a grain. And we could get a couple of grain. And then hopefully get a 3rd on the way to Tours. And that would be one of the objectives done. It's just always nice to get a knight early on so you can be drawing more things. You're getting more people, so you want to be able to draw them out. Let's go get a knight. Stick with my original thing. So I don't think... There's not a lot of point of going along this track and doing those things. You can send people away to the town hall if you want to. But it would be nice to have the scholar because they're less attractive to pick up because their reward is they move you along this track. And there is money to be had. It's not a complete waste of time, but it's not as attractive as it usually is. So with these people left, we couldn't actually do another action. You can't send away your basic people. I don't know that I want to send a knight away. So spend the first action just getting a knight. So they go in the bag, move along this track. So we'll be drawing 5 things out of the bag. But then you don't need that. Right, then take back city. But then you're adding more people and you won't have the draw. Yeah, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. Go with your gut. Get a monk. And they go back to the thing for being used. They are going to get me a farmer. Tick along this track and get me a grain. And this is supposed to be the supply, but I'm just using it as my supply. I've got 1 grain. Have I had the new farmer? I have not. Haven't I? I just haven't put that one back in, I don't think. And the knight did nothing. Okay, events. I've got to pay either that grain or 2 money. I think I'll pay 2 money. So we've got 8 left. And then we draw out, but it's just 4 because you didn't get a knight. And some lovely chicken cup noises. And now we have farmers. No monk. It's a jungle out there. So what can we do instead? We've not got a merchant. We can get another farmer again. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, we can't get a lot of things. So we haven't got a craftsman. We can't do a lot of travel. Oh, this is a terrible combo of things to have drawn, isn't it? That's why we need to get the bathhouse as soon as possible. So in round 2. Where can I send people? And we'll have more people next time. Because you can like put them out so you've got space. But then you're committed to like doing that action with them later. There's no trading houses as well. So that action is... We might as well forget about that because you don't do it in this. Yeah, I haven't got... Oh, I can move along the ship. So we should do something. I think that's literally the only action I can fully activate here. It's a shame because I would have liked a knight or something. So if we're moving along ships, you can get cheese. We do want 2 cheese and 2 wine there. We could get cheese for later, and then grain, 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 and that's delivering to tours sorted. Or you get a grain. Bourge wants 3 wool. So there's 1. Let's go into the middle. Get this cheese. So you can get 1 of the things from the path that you go down. So that's my ship movements, and that's all I do this round though. So event, pay 2 money. Start of the next round, draw 4 things out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got a monk, so we should be a bit more free to do stuff. So I'd like a knight so we can be drawing more things, and knights are needed for all of the movements. So I think we should grab a knight, and then what could we do with the people we had left? We could get another monk. We can't get another farmer. The grey's not really helping us a lot. It helps us get monks. It's good for more wild things, but again, no tracks to help us go up. Can only really go along... We can go along the scriptorium with these 2, but is that really worth doing? Let's go to the monastery. So we'll get a knight with these guys. So we'll draw 5 now. And these guys get us another monk at the monastery. No movement though. Got to pay 2 money. And now I have 4 money left. I can start giving in goods, though, as well, if I want to. So, round 4. What do you think? I need advice here. 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more. 5. So, we've got a couple of knights, so probably some movement again. So we're thinking like grain could be a possibility to go to tours, because that's 1, 2, 3 movements. Moving along the road, need a merchant, but that could be your merchants. Could we get another merchant? Only if you used the monk. I'm tempted to get another knight. And these guys wouldn't do a lot. What would we draw out? 6 things? 4, 5. We could have a knight waiting on road movements. Just you can't do more road movement until you've built some buildings. What if you built a building? Then, like, if your blues counted as more things, that might free you up. Blues get you money as well. Yeah, whatever you do, you're using the monk and you can't really do a lot else. Yeah, let's get a building. Let's get the merchant, which lets us pick a level 1 building. So I can take things that just get me goods. And I could, like, be sending farmers off to get grain. Just one farmer at a time. And we're right next to tours. Like, get a farmer, that's your second one. Put a farmer on there, that's your third one. And you're done. Wool and the other things are a bit harder, they need more people. Making your blues wild, I haven't really had a load of blues yet. Might want to get one next time so that we have some money. And grain can be given in as the food that we need, can't it, as well, if I get too much. Yeah, I'm going to get the Hushoba. I'll put it over here just because we don't need the trading post. And everyone else is just waiting there. So we draw 5 people out. Give them a good mix. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple of monks will help a lot. And there's my brown. The first time in a long time. So. Oh, I haven't paid me 2 money for the end of the round. And moved the round along. It is round 5. So I can get a grain with that. We could get another grain with you. And then we could move along the road with you and do an objective, right? We'd have to worry about money next time, but I think that's a good thing. And we'd have another farmer to be able to do more stuff in the future, I think. So yeah, do the actions. You get me a grain and go back in the cup. You get me a farmer, move along here, which gets me a grain. And that's number 3. And then you move me along the road. I can pick up this wool. And I can deliver 3 grain to Tours. And I have done 1 of the 5 objectives. End of the round. I've got to pay 2 money. I have 0 money now. Round 6. Draw 5 people out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is my 5. Okay. So now. Could keep sending someone to go and get grain because it pays the fee rather than the 2 money. We could just get a boatman and that would count. If we got on a merchant, we could build a 2 building. I think we should do that. Because one of the buildings is amazing. So it would have to be that. What else could we do? Could we move? What do you want? 2 cheese, 2 wine. I've got 1 cheese. There would be a wine, but getting the others would be a problem. Down here, you just want 1 cloth. You want 3 wool. I've got 1. We could get a second on the way. I'll be picking up some cheese as we go. Now, can we get some ship movement? No. Not with what you've got. We could get another farmer, which would be a cheese. Okay, so that would be the second cheese. That would be one wine. And then you get the second wine and come here with an extra movement, and then you've got the cloth. Yeah. Right, road movement. Could we do that? Yes. So I think, yeah, I'm going to stick with getting a merchant over here so I can get a level 1 or 2 building. I'm going to get the bathhouse. Now, I have got no clue, even after looking at it for ages, what to do with the bathhouse, because I've got the original version of the game, and it seems like loads of controversy and loads of changes happen to the bathhouse depending on what version you've got. Oh, I've got no grain though, if I do this. I would have to give something in. Okay, maybe that's not a good idea. What, the moving? Yeah, can we get... Oh dear. If we stick with getting the merchants... No, we're going to have to change our mind. Because we can't get a farmer with these two. Oh, we just have to send you there to get the grain. And then what can you guys do? The movement's going to be such a problem. We just have to do more buildings. Get us another monk. That'll help us. Yeah, get another monk, and you get us a grain, which will pay for the round's fee. That means I haven't moved, and I'm still only drawing 5 things out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we've got to think about the fee. Got to think about maybe getting more knights out would be good. But most of all, we've got to think about the bathhouse. So I'm just going to go with the rules as written, because this got changed, it got nerfed, because it was powerful. But I don't know if, like, the solo scenarios were made before they nerfed that. I don't know. So I'm just going to use what's written on my tile. It's draw 3 more out of your bag and pick 2 of them to have. So I'm going to say I don't want the merchant out of these 2. So I had to use a monk on there, but it's a very good effect. So I would like to move. I'm doing it too early though, aren't I? Yeah, you draw those people when you're activating all of your stuff and put them straight out on something. Oh well. What were they? You and you. Let's put you back then. Okay, I'm just placing people on things. I'm hoping to draw a farmer. I'm tempted to send him away. I don't really want ship movements. So again, the grain keeps us in it. I can just have him waiting on there for when we do want to activate it, but I probably don't want to activate it for ages. Or you just... hope that you get another guy and just have him on the movement waiting. Go on then, activate the bathhouse. So 3 people. I've not drawn a monk this time. 1 to farmer, so I can do 1 of the things. I can get the money from sending him away, so I don't have to worry about that so much. I'll put you 2 on things. So you go back to the bag. So you get me a knight, and I can draw 6 people now. You go away, and I will send you to go and get me 2 money, please, but I'll just pay the fine with that. And move on to another round. I'm not really moving about and getting much done, am I? We've got 6 people now, though. As you see, we've got a limited amount of each person that we can recruit. Okay, we should move. And then what, though? We do, like, drawing more people. Can't be a bad thing. What about getting another person? Maybe depending on what you draw. What's in the bag? There's monks and farmers. Put you out there waiting. And maybe we don't want this many knights as well. Maybe we want to send you away for the money. So we don't need that many. Yeah. So activate the bathhouse, draw 3 out, and pick 2 of them. I think these 2. Because we could activate this and this. Because you put them straight out. So you can have us move along here and get us the wine. You can go to the town hall and get us 2 money for the fee. And then you can get us, I want to say a building again, but I think I'm going to say a craftsman and get me a tactile. So you can put these, the first one has to go on a space that a merchant would usually go on. I'm going to say wagons, a farmer would usually go on. So I'm going to say wagon so we can move about a bit easier. It feels late to be getting one of them. A monastery gets us a monk. We're all monked up, we've got a lot of wild cards in there. And I've paid for the fee by getting rid of a guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And I'll say 1's going to go on the bathhouse because it's just too good. It's random who's coming out, but it's 2 more people. And there are a lot of monks in there, right? There's still 2 more monks in there. Okay, well, moving we can just make happen. I probably want... There's farmers in there too. So I want to go to there. And then... I probably don't want to send anyone away. Do I? You can have the knight just hanging about. Go out to the farmhouse so we get our second cheese. I think that's what I wanted to do. And you want the cheese and wine. But if we do send him away, that's the thing paid for. I'm going to do that. So the bathhouse first, draw 3 things. And get rid of one of them. I don't think we need you. Oh, no, we don't need you. So you will make that happen. You will make that happen. And so, wagon, you'll move us along there and get us the second wine. You can go there and get us the 2 money, so the event's going to be paid for. You can get us a farmer and a cheese. So we have the stuff. We just got to move to Vendôme. And you can get us... So that would be the 2 money as well. And I'll get 1 more building. Extra moving, extra technology tiles. Extra moving, I feel like. Just to get kicking around this map. Extra tech tile would make it easier to activate things. You can only have 1 tech tile on each thing, and you can't have a tech tile on something that only costs 1 to activate. I think a building would be good now, and we'll get the extra movement. Although being able to pick up wine, we need 3 wool. We can probably pick up wool on the way to here. Yeah, you don't want a building that just get... Oh, you could buy wool with this. sell other things that you pick up and get wool. Okay, I'll take that as a building. That's everyone back in. I've paid for the events. Round 10, this is the last time that I only have to pay 2. Then we got to pay 4, and it's all going to fall apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of merchants there. So straight away, you're going on the town hall. I don't think we need you so much, although we do need you for moving a bit. Oh, and that means we do not have a knight. So you can go there hoping we can get moving happening. What do you want? One of everything. No, I don't think I've got a good enough engine set up early enough. You can go here and make sure that we can get another knight, and then we draw him more out. So the bathhouse. So we draw 3 out. 1, 2, 3. Almost a knight, but not. So you can be a knight. And then... yeah, you could get me the grain that we need to pay for the event. So you go there, you go there. So you guys are going to have us move here, get this cloth. Oh, one of these could have got me an extra money at some point. I realize there's a 3 money spot there. So we do have our money. You're going to go in and get 2 money. You're getting the grain, which will probably pay for the event. We've got a bit of money now. You'll get me the knight. And now we can draw 7 out. And yeah, we are paying 2 cheese and 2 wine. And that's objective 2 done. Moving on to round 11. Now we've got to start paying 4 things. But I can draw 7 people out of my cup. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, a lot of farmers. But luckily, like farmers, I needed to activate a lot of my stuff. So it's cheese, wine, or grain. You need to pay 2 of. We've got a grain. We could get another one easily. And then that's 2 sorted, isn't it? Want to keep moving? Although having 1 of everything could be kind of easy to do. If you move like there and then there, you've picked the wine up again. That's nearly 1 of everything. That would be a movement. And then you could get as a person. And then maybe we've got too many farmers. Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to get, though? Money? A tech tile? Sounds good to me. Can't get another merchant. So it's 2, then 3, then 4 money. We want to move by ships eventually. It's just a lot of it seems to be roads right now. All right, but you're not, like, we might as well have you going to the bathhouse, and hopefully we'll draw someone that can go there. Yeah, do that. So, bathhouse. Draw 3 out. 2, 3. And then put someone back. I think we can activate anything with these. We could send someone to the town hall, though. Well, you can get us the grain. Yeah, and you could maybe go to the town hall. Keep this down. Yeah, so you're going to get us a grain. 2 money. 2 money. So hopefully pay for a couple of rounds here. You can get us a technology tile. And I can't put it on these. Maybe I should have got the movement thing. Because getting more people, I can't get that many more people. I could use this up to like 4 more times. I've only got 1 boatman. Now I'm going to put that there. And then you're having us move along roads, and we can get grain there. I get wine next time, we could get cheese from a farmer, and then that would be okay. Yeah? So then paying, I need 2 grain to pay for the thing. We've got a few rounds left. Maybe I need to be wheeling dealing. I've got this money. Right. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so definitely someone on the bathhouse. Not even a question. Definitely want someone moving us. And then get another person, maybe some money. And then what have we got? We've only got one boatman, haven't we? And we've only got one more farmer. I think, do we try and get another farmer for that cheese? Because I can get there now, can't I? That can pick me up the wine. The cheese I could buy. And then if we could get a farmer, we can get something else. Have we got 2 craftsmen? No, we've just got 1. Which one are we going to draw out? Boatman. So activate the bathhouse. Draw 3 people. 1, 2, 3. Didn't draw either of them. So we've got knights and merchants to put out. And I think... I don't think I need 3 merchants. You could go away for some money. Do I need all these knights? No. 2 money they can go away for. Yeah, we'll keep that. So that was the bathhouse. You go away for 2. You go away for 2. So that's some cash. I want to buy cheese, definitely. Oh. So cheese costs 2. I could buy or sell something else. Do we need here? 3 wool. We can get 1 here. We get a cloth there. We can get a second one there. What about wool? That just costs 4. Yeah, I'm going to buy a wool. So then move. That gets me the wine, and we can deliver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different goods to Chartres. And that's that done. That's 3 objectives. Get a new person. We'll get a boatman just so it's 2 money. Because I've got to pay 4 now anyway. Okay, and you should be going back as well. So we've got 3 money remaining. Only got to earn 1 more to pay for next round. We're on round 13 now. We're running out of time. We move road this time. Then road boat the next time we could do that. But then I am boat road the next time. Road the time after that. I don't know this time. Maybe should have got the movement thing. There's been a lot of road moving. Because I could go road boat. Boat, that's still 2. You're just making it take longer. Right, draw 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. And we probably want to get the farmhouse activated. Get us a cheese. And if we get 1 more thing, we can pay for the cost for the round. Definitely want the bathhouse activating. Definitely want to move. Probably want a grain to sort that out. Probably want to send people off. Is there a white? White and some monks in there. Well, there's a couple of browns, so I'm going to put them there. Hope we get another, maybe blue as... So you get wool, but we need that. You get cloth, but we might have to sell that. We're just going to move once this time, aren't we? Do I want to send both of those away? So if I get a tech tile for that, maybe. Yeah, send them away. Okay, so 2 for money, because you see the spots are running out on here. I don't know that there's going to be much opportunity to send people away, and there's not a lot of people left in my bag, for that matter. Bathhouse, 1, 2, 3. And we can, what didn't I activate? Oh, the village. So you can go there. Oh, and we can get anything. Well, if something required just 2 to activate, we could. Could pretty much guarantee that, I mean, there's no more knights. I've sent them all away. Make sure that ship happens next time. Yeah. So farmhouse. You get me a cheese. You get me a grain. You move. And we get a wool. You get me another tech tile. And we can guarantee that happens. It's just that now I've got loads of these. I've got 3 browns in here. It's probably going to mess me up. So paying, we can pay 2 goods. And then it's round 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're going to be a round short. Which is not too bad because I thought I was being hopeless. So you go there. Definitely activate the bathhouse. Need to move. So that will have both of the movements happening. Tactile happens like at the end of your turn technically, so I couldn't have done that last turn, and I wouldn't have wanted to. Probably want to get the money. You could get me a wine, which we could sell, perhaps, at the market stand. It's just being here. Road, road, road. Road, boat road, road. Yeah, it's going to take too long to get there. Bad route. So I can't send you away anyway. If we got another farmer, we get me a wine, which can be a good that you can use. Go for it. Right. So, bathhouse first. 1, 2, 3. And we get... Can't send you away. Farmers are only... I'm getting another one though, aren't I? Farmers are only 1 money. Any of the spaces you could send them to. A knight. We've got the monks at the moment, but the monks could have been doing something else. Pop you back. Send away the farmer. The knight would only be 1 as well now. Just, oh, you've got to put the knight on something. Or they go back in. Send them away. So 1, 2 money. A lot has been put on the shoulders of the knights. So you're going to get as a boatman, because it's practically the only thing we can still get, which is 3 money. You're going to have us move on the roads. I can have a cloth. You're going to have us move on the boats. And we can get a wool, which is our 3rd wool, which we can hand in to Bourges. And I've just put the goods in the chicken cup. And then finally, we're getting a farmer, it looks like. Which gets me a wine. And yeah, we've got the cloth that I need. It's just we're not going to be able to get there in time. So, oh yeah, pay 4 money. If we'd moved on a turn where I didn't move, probably could have made this. Because this is round 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And bathhouse, as always. If one could get me an extra movement, that would be great. Maybe should have taken the building. Maybe this, I think it was key to getting me something, but maybe it wasn't. I don't think a different one would have made a difference, would it? Right. So we definitely want to move twice anyway. So if you're losing, you still got to try. We could still get a boatmaster. And then bathhouse. 1, 2, 3. Get a grain. As the punishment. Get a farmer. For an extra thing. Yeah. Get a farmer and a wine. Although it is pretty much decided that I can move boat, then road, and get this grain. And we are 1 away. I've got the cloth that I need. Get a grain. Got everything to pay for everything. Get the last boatman. You've got the 4 money to pay for the event. So that pays for the event, but it doesn't matter because that is round 15 and it's over. Which is such a shame because we would know next time. Drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe not. If you draw in these colours. 6, 7. Yeah, I would be able to go boom, boom. And if nothing else, go there and deliver the cloth I have already got. But unfortunately, there isn't a 16th round. And I just missed it. So close. Using the, like, broken bathhouse as well. Might as well have covered that up because we couldn't have gotten any more monks, could we? I was a toughie, but I'm a bit rusty, aren't I, on the old Orléans. But I think yeah, that's closer than I thought I might get. I bet I used to breeze through it in them olden days. The dignitary was like it seemed like quite an easy scenario, really. But I wonder how my capital Vierzon went. I didn't watch that one. So there we go. Thanks, Andre. It was very, very close, but it's a good time playing Orléans again. I'm going to have to bring it out multiplayer again at some point soon. Because, really, it was Invasion that... Like, I love Orléans anyway, but when Invasion came out, how good the co-op mode was, while still each getting to play Orléans, was amazing and led to, hey, I wish everything was co-op. Yeah, the board setup would have made a difference too. If there'd have been different paths with goods that lined up, or maybe they were and I didn't see them and I went just a different way. I think that was key to getting me wool, and I think the bathhouse, especially the original way, gets you so many extra people that it's always worth it. I couldn't have taken the move thing because it tells you to get these things, so I wonder, like, it must be possible with different combinations. There can't just be one winning thing. But you could, yeah, just go for loads of boatmen early and make them wild. Although they're not wild like monks. They can be a few different things. The laboratorium, putting more tech tiles out, might get you started to do things. But you can still only have one on an action, which maybe the extra movement could have done it. But you could also have been moving around more early on. Again, there's like, that's the kind of trick to it all, that like, you need all of the little bits. Tech tiles would make everything easier. Drawing more people would make everything easier. Having more powerful buildings would make everything easier. But you've got to choose, especially early on, when you can only activate a couple of the things. But yeah, I love Orléans. I really enjoyed, like, Altiplano was from the same designer, Rainer Stockhausen. There's a same system as bag building, but it had a more deck buildery approach in that when you'd finished with your workers, they went into like a basket, and when you'd gone through the entire bag, because that is a thing with Orléans that I don't think it hampered me, but everything's always going back into the bag stroke cup, so you could technically be very unlucky. Well, I think, like, I flooded it with monks earlier. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe instead of I think it was partly down to the combination of workers that I had that kept being a viable option. Maybe should have sent that scholar away sooner, because didn't really need him for anything apart. That's the only, like, option for him to do. Maybe I can't see the scriptorum being that important, really. Maybe getting more, I don't know, because you can get money, but you've got to move a real way along, and you would at most get what, 5, 9 movement along this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could be activating that a lot, especially if you put a tech tile down on it. That could just be what he does every turn to keep getting you along. But it's a long way to get like not a lot of money, so that can't be a thing that you want to do, can it? I think just generally being a little bit more efficient could have taken that, make it a slightly different decision. You can see, like, I didn't even need a whole nother round. I needed an action. I needed a movement action to get over there and to deliver. But either way, it's a pretty good time in it, going back to it. And one of the things I was surprised about, because it's been so long, is, oh, that old playthrough was so quick. This is really long in comparison. It's like 37 minutes, and that's before I used to edit videos. So that's with all the ums and ahs and well, I tried not to think about things then, just to keep going, because I knew I wasn't editing. Editing in a way has made everything take longer, not just because you need to edit it, but because I know I'm going to edit it. I get lost in me decision making sometimes. So there we go. That is Orléans Invasion. There is one more promo scenario I have. I don't know if, like, there's definitely more expansions. I don't know if they came with more solo scenarios. I'll have to have a look. I know that one was like an intrigue expansion that had like something that sounded good, but then a load of things that sounded mean, and it didn't seem worth spending the money on. But I think an expansion came out after that, and then this Essen, they're coming out with like a deluxe edition, aren't they? Again, with all of the stuff in it in one go, which is quite cool. But I have to try and hold back on things. I still haven't got Ultimate Railroads, because I have to try and be like, you don't get a chance to go back to things anyway. Try and resist. Although, having said that, Castles of Burgundy is pretty nice. And I do love some Burgundy. So, yes, that is going to be the end of a shorter kind of playthrough. And that is going to be the end of live streaming for a little bit. I think I've said on the streams and stuff, but I've definitely said on Patreon and that Rachel and I will be going on holiday shortly. So live streaming won't be happening for a little while. But when it kicks back in, it will be all of the Essen stuff. In fact, knowing that the holiday was coming up, there's so many playthroughs kind of in the bank that will be going up as normal. So you shouldn't even notice, really. But all of the Essen things will arrive. Well, a big chunk of them anyway, if last year's anything to go by. And there'll be some pretty exciting things happening. In fact, the new delicious game, Risafa, I haven't looked at how to pronounce it yet. That was gonna be arriving on Monday, but something happened to the postage and it got stuck, which I'm gutted about. But we'll be playing that as soon as I get back. But one thing that did arrive to tease you is Beyond the Horizon. So there'll be a playthrough of that coming fairly soon, in about a week and a half, I think. But yeah, you see it all early on Patreon, and I say there's a load of stuff coming up. So you'll only really know if you got to this bit or saw the post on Patreon that I'm even away. You just might wonder, hey, that guy hasn't been live for a while. Onto my wallet, hey Joel. Exactly. I have to try my best. This Evolution's €90. I've got to make cuts somewhere to afford all of these new games coming out. That's like, because I'm going to be going to Essen as well. I'll be getting stuff sent beforehand to try and make videos before it happens. But I am going to go this time too, for the first time in 5 years. 2019 was the last time I went. So yeah, pretty exciting stroke scary. But there's a lot of cool things coming out. So hopefully I'll have a load straight after Essen as well, rather than like in the past years. It's just something you have to accept. For if you don't go to it, then there's a load of games that might not even make it to England, especially these days when we seem to not want things to be imported into the country. So go in there, cut out that problem, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm excited about Evolution. I did play it. If you're in Paul's Patreon of Gaming Rules, you can see, I think, a bit of a just like a live play that we did where Paul taught me and Rach Evolution. It was very good. I'd really like to play that again. Going to Gaming Rules HQ, hopefully borrowing Paul's private jet. We can make a stop off on there on the way. But yeah, that's going up now into Eldritch Horror. You can see another thing that we did at the time of that Civolution, that Paul and Rach joined me for some Eldritch Horror. That was like, we did a big weekend of games, and it's like, oh, well, my choice of what we should play is Eldritch Horror because I think he'll like it, and with a couple of asterisks, he loved it, which I'm very pleased about because I love Eldritch Horror. So yes, thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend. What's the next thing going to be on Friday? Right? I think on Patreon there's going to be an early playthrough tomorrow, and I think Friday something is coming up on the channel. Is it ISS Vanguard? It is. Just checking my calendar over here. ISS Vanguard episode 4 will go up, which is going to be the last one for a while. We'll see. If I would love to do more, but time in it along with everything else. And you can support the channel on Patreon. You see all this stuff early, but it's how I'm able to do almost all of the stuff, really. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thanks, Steve, for all of his help. Steve's getting rushed off his feet with all of the extra things I keep piling up and last minute things I keep doing. So, yes, I think I've said all of the bits. Thank you, everyone. It has been lovely, and I will see you in pre-recorded form very, very soon. Bye, 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 bye.